What's going on, boxing family? It's your boy, Pool Kind of Boxing, coming at you with another boxing video for the boxing heads and the boxing mind. Anthony Joshua, he was a two-time unified heavyweight champion. He holds the WBA, the WBF, the WBO, and the IBO. He's 6'6", with an 82-inch reach. He has 24 wins, one loss, and 24 wins by KO. He beat a guy named Hector Alfredo Avila on the Ricky Burns card in 2014. Ricky Burns, he fought Terrence Crawford that year, and Anthony Joshua got his first got a knockout in the first round over Hector Avila. He went on to fight Dillian White in 2015, and he knocked him out in the seventh round. That was a rivalry. Good battle. Knocked him out with a right hook and he uppercut. Then AJ went on. He fought Charles Martin. He was 23 wins, 0 losses, and he had one draw. He won 21. Those wins were by KO from Charles Martin, and he got paid $8 million. Got $8 million to sell the IBF to AJ and Eddie Hearns. Isn't that a bitch? So, because he didn't think he could beat Wilder, he went ahead and sold the IBF to Eddie Hearns for $8 million. Who wouldn't do that? So it's not the fact that Wilder couldn't. The only reason Wilder couldn't unify is because Charles Martin, Joseph Parker, and all the guys who had the belt wouldn't fight him. So Eddie Hearn went around and he started offering money to these guys, big paydays for the belts, and they gathered the belts. Okay, so I'm just cutting through the chase. So Joshua went ahead and he fought Eric Molina, and then he fought Vladimir Klitschko, and that was a great battle. That was one of his greatest battles at the time, and up to the point where he beat a 40-year-old former heavyweight legend. Klitschko was on top for a long time, and AJ, grabbed the torch. He was the next in line, the heir apparent. So, the motherfucker beat him. So he became champion. We give him that. So he moved on, and it was up to the two going through the heavyweight division. I'm talking about Deontay Wilder and AJ. It was supposed to meet and fight up, to determine who is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. So they played around in negotiations. Eddie Hearn knew that Wilder was too dangerous for AJ, because AJ, what they had done was they had went around, brought up all the belts, offering big money to fight, and these weak champions, or belt holders as I called them, because they wasn't no real fighters, except for maybe Klitschko, save Klitschko, but he was 40. So he goes in and he gets all the belts, but he don't have the work. He don't have the experience. You don't become champion without having the experience, and that was his problem. So that's why they tried to age Wilder out. They tried to keep him out the game because he was too dangerous, and they wanted to milk the belts for the money. And that's why they haven't fought even to the day. They threw Tyson Fury in there because he's a dirty son of a bitch, to go steal his titles by loading his gloves, spiking his water, and shit like that. That's why boxing is a dirty business. So Anthony could be safe. And when Wilder there was a negotiation, they kept trying to throw in Dillian White ass in the way, knowing he ain't shit. Even the British people know Dillian White ain't shit. They just want to keep AJ safe. So You know he can't fight. He's not mentally strong. So he don't deserve to be the heavyweight champion of the world. And that's the problem I have with AJ. And that's the problem I have with the fans. Because they know he can't fight Deontay Wilder. The man don't want Wilder at his fights. The man will make up any excuse to keep Wilder away from him because he can't handle the mental pressure. And that's why when AJ, Anthony Joshua, fought against Andy Ruiz, Andy Ruiz put hands and feet on Anthony Joshua. I mean, he beat him like he wasn't nothing, like he didn't have any skill, right? So Andy Ruiz is not even a top 10 fighter. They laugh at Deontay Wilder because he got beat by Tyson Fury, which is the real undisputed heavyweight championship. They laughed at him because he got beat down by Tyson Fury. But Tyson Fury is considered the number one heavyweight champion, idiots. Right? He is considered the number one champion. Who did AJ get beat by? He got beat by what, number 20? The number 20 heavyweight champion? That's because he is fake. He is a phony. He is a fraud. Right? So when you buy your success, it shows in boxing. So he's more underworld model than fighter, if you really think about it. Because all they do is pose and walk around trying to say little saying. He was saying to Tyson Fury that he can't handle his business to bring him a real champion, the champion you've been running from for the last 3 to 4 years. And you can't stand for a nigga to act like they won't smoke and be lying and pretending and know that you're a coward. That's the problem I have with AJ. And then the media, the way they try to humiliate Deontay Wilder, and he never cheated, he never take PEDs, he never ducked anybody. Like Anthony Joshua ducked Luis Ortiz. Like he's ducking Deontay Wilder. This is the problem with boxing today. So everybody got something to say about Wilder. They don't want to see him rise to the top because they know it's coming. Oh, they know it's coming. And Eddie Hearn, he's going to do everything he can once Wilder beat Tyson Fury on July 24th. He's going to wake Dillian White up. That's why he keep Dillian White around, so he can throw him at Deontay Wilder as a buffer between Anthony Joshua and Wilder. Because AJ falls apart every time he knows he's got to fight Wilder. He come up with a million excuses so he can keep doing photo shoots and wearing cute clothes and stylish, trying to be a celebrity. That's why Andy Ruiz beat the shit out of him. Because that whole entire time, he was acting like some kind of Hollywood big shot. For his American debut, he got his ass whipped. He got his ass whipped bad. Coming here with that pussy punk ass shit. And Ruiz like, welcome to America. There it is. So AJ's got to fight his WBO mandatory Alexander Usyk, something like that. And he won his shot. So AJ, if he can get by him and Wilder get by Tyson Fury, you can best assure it's going to be another 2 years before that man come around and try to fight Wilder, because the man is just a coward. Anyway, those are my thoughts. This has been Pool Counter Boxing. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. It is what it is. And remember, law don't go around here, law dog. See you in the next one.